Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lessons, Learning, and Readings with Larkin. I am Larkin. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to play with the lights a little today because you can see we have some sunlight coming in that's sort of in the way here. I want you guys to be able to actually see me without all the streaks. I hope you all are well. Please, when you log on, say hello from wherever you are in the world. Let us know where you're from. And I'm going to take these 5 minutes while people are logging on to practice what I'm training all of you for a sacred hour with spirit, which if you are praying at home or meditating, you might not do it for a full hour. That's okay. But I highly recommend you have something special, non-alcoholic to drink. I recommend that you bring things that help your senses get away from this material focused mindset world and pointing you in towards your intuition, towards connecting with your angels and spirit guides and your loved ones. There's infinite realities out there, guys. And so we really have to make sure our senses aren't completely taking us over when we want to connect with spirit. I have my little Ganeshi today. When I'm downstairs, I use Ganeshi here. I'm going to do some black orchid incense. I'm really into black orchid this week. And if you guys have incense or wind chimes or candles or music that just creates a special ambiance for you, I recommend that you take this time with me to practice that so you can do it on your own. What this really does, guys, is it focuses your mindset on getting away from the worries and the troubles and the, racing through life, ordinary stuff that you do minute to minute. And it says to your subconscious mind, it says, hey, we're stepping out of our everyday lives. We're stepping out of that which we identify with as stress. And when this is blocked off, this is my boundary. This time is sacred. And when you do that, I get chills every time I share this, guys. When you do that, you're telling your brain and your mind and your nervous system, do not disturb. You are saying to your children or your husband or whoever's out the door, this is my sacred time. You might even put a sign on your door that says, keep out, sacred hour with spirit. Okay. But you need to do that when I'm not around. You need to do that on your own when you are praying, when you are meditating, even as I teach my mindset clients, when you're journaling. If you're doing your manifesting journal, guys, if it's your manifesting visualization time, make your boundaries, starting with yourself. Okay. You really need that. It's so important. I cannot tell you. When I have taken times in my life where I didn't take my own sacred hour for spirit to read, to journal, to meditate, to pray, to talk to my spirit guides, my whole life just kind of fell apart. I think that's because I was used to doing it. And I found that was something that worked. But you guys need to consider that too. Do you take time every morning and every evening? I teach my mindset clients this and my awakening or intuition clients this. Do you guys set that time? Because here's your message from spirit today. And on Wednesdays, I always honor. Spirit says, please share with your audience a message from us. And here it is. Okay. And this is important because spirit knows who's here. They know you are listening. Okay. Your spirit team knows you are listening. And here's the thing. You have to design your life. Human beings are not responsible for the outcomes of manifestations, but we are responsible for our intentions and our alignment. Our alignment determines what we experience. So you might not be able to, let's say, for example, on your own, you might not be able to stop World War III. You might not be able to, stop all, animal abuse, but you can get in alignment where you are in a powerful place to make a big change or to witness and experience a big change. Your responsibility is to align you, and then that will align you with others. And that in turn affects community. Okay. Which is what Chris and I talk about on Mondays now. So this is really important. And this is Spirit's message to you today, guys, is You're responsible for your alignment. Make sure you're setting time to design your life, because as I teach my coaching and mindset clients, if you guys don't design your life, it gets designed by default. That means if you're struggling with relationships, if you're struggling with money, if you're unhappy, that's all connected to that, okay? All right. As we get started, I'm going to go ahead and start saying hi to everybody and starring for readings. As we get started, guys, I'm going to also, here we go. I'm going to post, as I have been, I'm going to post my school membership on here. For the first 200 people that join my free school, it is absolutely free. And yes, I am promoting this. I am promoting myself. I am doing propaganda right now. Yes, I am. You know why? Because if you don't know this is here, you can't find it. If you like what I do, if you feel stuck, if you want to learn to manifest, if you want to learn to tap into the metaphysical and your own intuitive gifts, and I don't say to you, here, this opportunity is here for you, how are you going to know? So yes, I am absolutely sharing this with you. I need to share this with you or you won't know it's here, okay? And if you go and you just go to that link, it's absolutely free for the first 200 people. And the cool and special thing, guys, about my school is, first of all, there's a calendar for all my lives and events. I'm just getting started. There's going to be free stuff in there, low cost and high-end coaching in there. There's going to be courses in there. There's going to be fun events in there. There's going to be free lives in there. But here's the cool thing about my school, okay? You are a whole being. You are an intuitive, eternal, electromagnetic consciousness that incarnates and reincarnates and reincarnates. And you are also right now a physical, there is really no physical, but a physical being that is experiencing struggles and joys and achievements and accomplishments. And you need to learn how to use your mind as a tool, not only to get what you want, but to transform out of struggle and suffering, to create beautiful relationships, to create abundance and wealth, to learn to manifest, to learn to heal. And all of these things we do in school, because science and spirituality are not mutually exclusive. And so this platform works with the whole being that you are. And if you have questions or whatever throughout the week, it's a community that I'm building in there, okay? I'm bringing all my thousands of followers from different platforms to this platform, but only the first 200 get it for free, okay? All right. So let's say who's here today, and let's catch up on some of the readings that we left with on Monday. When I got off, we still had people that wanted readings on Monday. Hello, KR. Welcome. Oh, I love it. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. I love this, guys. Jenny Berlin, great to see you. So good to see you. All right. I had fun reading for you too on Monday, Jenny. Parlis, welcome. So, let's see. Well, Parlis, that's very interesting. That's a very interesting comment. First of all, good and bad is contrast. That's something we only experience here in the physical. And a lot of good and bad is perception, right? So it sort of depends. I mean, there's universal alignment for positive and well-being for everyone. I would consider that good. And then there's your personal concept of good and bad, right? If you get the red car instead of the green car, you might consider that good. If you get a green light instead of a red light, you might consider that good. But how do you know that's good? How do you know that if you hadn't gotten the red light at the last stoplight, that you wouldn't have gotten hit at the next one? See, I see people swarming, passing by. They're in a hurry. They got to get through the light first, or they got to make the yellow light before it turns red. Ooh, the light just turned red. We're going to get through the red light. And they think, oh, it's good. I made it through that red light and I didn't get caught by any cops. But I'd have to ask, is that actually good? I mean, Parlis, what is good? What is good and bad? There's a level where, yes, there's morality, moral good and bad, right and wrong, right? But most of that comes from our manifested physical world. How do you know? If you run that red light and you think it's good, you got through and you didn't get caught, how do you know you're not going to get, hit on the side by a car up at the next street because you ran that red light? You don't know that. Maybe it's good you got through that red light. Maybe it's good you ran the red light. Maybe if you ran the red light, you just missed getting hit by somebody else. See, we don't know, do we? Even if we're psychic, we don't know. And you know what? We're not supposed to know. Because when you know everything ahead of time, it takes away from the power of choice. It takes away from the power of trusting. Isn't this odd coming from a lifelong psychic medium? It's true, though. This is why in psychic readings, guys, we're not told everything. There's stuff we're not supposed to tell you. There's things we're not supposed to know, because if you knew ahead of time, you'd make a different choice. Here's why psychic mediums can't know and tell you everything. Here's why you can't know everything. Because it wouldn't be good for you. It would defeat the purpose of incarnating, which puts you in a place of not knowing. And I was talking with one of my Aikido senseis about this the other day, and this is so important. It puts you in a place of not knowing. Do you understand that messes with your free will? If you knew everything, that would mess with your free will and your power of choice. Do you see? Do you see why it's an honor to not know everything? This is why we're given certain things, but like you might go to one psychic after the next. You're like, they just won't tell me this. And nobody can get, your interpretation is nobody can get this. None of the readers can pick up on this. Really? Maybe Spirit's not telling us for your own good. Maybe there's a reason Spirit's not telling us. Because this, I will tell you, everything is happening for your best interest. The universe is always working on your best behalf. Everything is always working out for your greater good. It may not seem like it. And I can tell you right now, from the struggles I've had in life, it does not always seem like it. I know that. But I know and trust that in the bigger picture of things, where we exist eternally and we're here to learn and we're guarded and protected by our spirit teams, everything is always working out for your best interest. The factor is you. You are the common denominator. You have to learn to make the powerful choices. You have to even learn what that means. You have to learn what is your intuition and what is your thought. What is your ego and what is your intuition? What is your spirit guides and what is your mind? You have to learn that. You have to learn to trust yourself. You have to learn to trust your spirit team. You have to learn to get out of your comfort zone. Do you see? Do you see? You are part of your spirit team that's incarnated here. You chose this. So if we don't get answers for you, that's okay. I don't get all the answers I want either. The questions you ask are more important, because they put you in or take you out of alignment. And I can tell by the questions you ask exactly where you are. Okay. That's the psychologist and mindset coach in me, but it's there. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Thank you, Jenny, for being specific. I got you started, girl. Thank you for your comment, Parlas. Let's see. Bright blessings, Pen. Christine Peterson, great to see you. All right. All right, Jenny. Let's start with you, dear. All right, let's invite Nate in. Oh, this is so beautiful, guys, because every time I say okay to Spirit, and I'm like, okay, guys, like, you can come in, you can share, come forward. It's just so beautiful how many, as I'm asking Nate to come forward, I'm trying to describe to you guys what I see, because I have all my clairs, so I can see, feel, hear, smell, know, think, these things. And different souls work with me at different times. And what's really cool is, as I asked Nate to move forward, it's just like this whole movement, like a whole crowd. Like if you were to go to a concert, there's just a whole crowd of souls, and they're there, and they're not all defined. I can't always see all of them and tell you what every single one of them is wearing. I have to work on that sometimes. Depends on who. Some show up stronger than others, but they all move forward, and I can sense them, and it's so cool. All right, so let's validate first that this is the right soul coming forward for you first, Jenny, okay? There is a gentleman coming forward. He's not an older gentleman. He's not a child. It looks like a young man moving forward. Did Nate have straight hair, Jenny? Please just, when you guys say yes or no, I'm revising my instructions. When you say yes or no, hi, Kels Garrick, welcome. Thank you. Hi, Carla. Carla, ask a specific question so I can star you, okay? Did Nate have straight hair? We need to validate some characteristics. And let's see. Thank you, Sharon. I'm glad you understand. Thanks for the feedback. Yes, Jenny, you're here to learn. That is correct. Oh, God. I love your guys' comments. I didn't see these before. Sorry. I know I'm being ADHD right now. Let's see. Kelly from New Zealand. Hi, Pam. That's right. You're not supposed to know everything. Exactly. So here's what I want you to do, guys, in case you guys weren't here. Yes, happy full moon, Jenny. In case you guys were not here on Monday, you guys helped me make some corrections to my instructions about your yes and no when I'm doing readings, okay? I got you started, KR, okay? When you guys are saying yes or no to me, and the reason I don't want you guys to give me info, and I often don't look at the comments because sometimes you do give me info, when you give us information and tell us things, it can actually throw us off. Like I've been wrong before simply because somebody actually told me something and I was in the middle of saying something and I was actually going to say what they were saying, but the part they gave me made me think I was wrong and made me backtrack. And then I stopped and like you backpedal and then you're like, wait a minute, what do I have wrong? And then you're trying to talk to spirit and then you get it wrong. And I can't validate for you if you're giving me information that's interrupting the process of what spirit's giving me. But what does help me is I need you guys to say yes and no. It relates to you or it doesn't. This isn't a right or wrong thing. This is a process, right? And so, but the correction I made Monday, you guys helped me learn I needed to do was not just yes or no, because I don't look at your comments while I'm reading, because I don't want to be given information. I want this to be evidence for you. So what happens is then when I go back and I see 10 yes and no's, I'm like, ooh, which was for which one? So like, for example, Nate, I'm getting straight hair, like a lighter colored straight hair. I need you to write like, yes, straight hair, or, something like that, so that I know which question it is, which comment, which information it's relating to. Okay. That would help me. All right, that's the only way to really do it online here. Happy full moon eve. Yeah. Okay. Wavy. Okay, that's fine. But not curly though, right? It's kind of like, okay, the being that's coming forward for me, Jenny, that I'm trying to validate is he's got gorgeous hair in my mind. Okay. It's not like dead straight, but it's not curly. So yes, wavy would be fine. But it's like his hair's cut really cool. And actually he's coming forward younger than 50, or at least he looks young. I'm 50, so maybe he looks young to me. Like, he's not like in his 20s. I would have said he looks young, middle-aged. So 50 would be about right. You guys have to understand, in spirit, everyone looks amazing. Like, we look vibrant, we look young. Even if they come to us as like the older grandparents, maybe that passed away, they often come as their younger selves, but either way, they're glowing this youth, right? So it's amazing. Hi, Joni Fleur, welcome. Let's see here. Pam, you need to ask a specific question, okay? Natasha Kennedy, I've got you starred. Okay. So let's see what he's telling me. Hi, Brenda Lucas, Amy Jones, Georgia. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Georgina, I got you started too. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, this is why I'm checking comments. Okay, Jenny says he looks young, but KR says young man with straight, light colored hair. Okay. So let me, okay, so that helps KR. Thank you. So let me go back and make sure we've got the right person for you then, Jenny, because maybe KR's person came in first. Give me a moment. I need to ask them to clarify. So I'm going to need you guys' help here with the difference. So KR, would the gentleman belonging to you have been wearing at least like one ring on his finger and like dressed casually, like wearing jeans? Kind of a looks to me like lighter skin, blue eyes, and lighter hair. And then just let me know, KR. I want to make sure I'm not mixing these two up. Let's see. Hello, Nelia. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Bill had light hair. Okay, so we have 3 people this could be. Okay. I'm trying to get to Nate here. All right, Sarah Jane, I've got your you starred. Okay. Right. Yeah, KR. No. KR, the gentleman with you is definitely younger. That's correct. Thank you. And Jenny says blue eyes. Okay, so we've got, it looks like both of these guys have blue eyes. One has the wavy hair, they both have really cool hair. So I think, Jenny, I think your gentleman is on the left. Got you star, Geraldine, and so KR, it looks like the souls coming in are cooperating and coming in for Jenny. So then we'll get to you, KR. Okay. Jenny Berlin says that's Bill. Okay. All right. Pam, I got you starred. Kaylee, I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay. KR says thinking not me. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like we've got Bill and Nate here. Okay. I see Anelia. Okay. And light skin. Okay. All right. Good. So we've got that description here. All right. So it looks like we've got Bill and Nate. I'm going to try to keep them straight. Looks like Bill has the lighter hair then. Are they both slender, Jenny? Both gentlemen here are slender. Bill has just a really cool demeanor, like kind of a really interesting kind of sense of humor. It's sort of like he's like he's cool. Like he's like, hey, and then he kind of smiles and then he's like just kind of quiet and waiting for what I'm doing, which is really neat. Nate's energy and coming through isn't quite as yes, slender. Okay. The energy isn't quite as forward. Cool and nice smile. Yeah. Okay. That's Bill then. Very, very cool. He was the first one that came through, Jenny. Like I said, sometimes we ask for one person and it brings another person forward first. What I'm actually getting from the 2 of them is that it was easier. It's very easy for for Bill to come through and communicate and show himself because that happened immediately, that individual for me. And then there was the figure right next to him which I believe is Nate. The one with the wavy hair, but his hair isn't quite as light. On the left side, he seems like maybe not quieter in real life with you, but quieter in terms of coming through and communicating. It doesn't seem as easy or as quick for him to connect and come through with me as clearly as Bill seems to have no problem at all. Like this is easy for him. Okay. Very nice smile and correct. Okay. Yes. Slender. Okay. So here's what I think, and I'm asking them why. Jenny, just yes or no on the passing. Did Bill pass? And okay, let me clarify this before I say this. It does not matter when someone passed. You can connect with them just as easily or have just as much of a challenge whether they passed 20 minutes ago or whether they passed 20 years ago. Okay. So this is not relevant for that. I'm just using this as evidence from what I'm picking up from these gentlemen as they're trying to explain to me why Bill can come through more easily. And it really doesn't have anything to do with when they passed, but it has more to do with how and the connection of people here on earth and what they were working through. But did Bill pass prior to Nate? Did Bill pass before Nate? Just yes or no. Bill seems much more acclimated for connecting and communicating with souls on this side. Yes, he did. Okay. That's what he's telling me. So for me, Jenny, and hopefully for you, this is evidence that he is really coming through, that they are really here. I wouldn't know that. And Bill was communicating to me, at least what I was getting from him was that he passed prior to, as they're both trying to explain to me why he's communicating more easily. The difficulty in communication comes from our end, from your end, not from Spirit's end. Okay. However, there are souls that are happier. You're happy. Good. That are better communicating than other souls. And there can be lots of reasons for that. Initially, it's usually because of either how they passed, what they left undone with people here, and the people's issues being connected with. They can still communicate through a medium, but sometimes there are energy blocks based on what they have going on with the other people that are here. It looks like there was some either confusion, unfinished business. I wouldn't call it negative energy, but where Nate is concerned, some lack of closure that seems to have happened, or people trying to understand why, what, or how in regards to his passing. He's okay on the other side, right? He's happy and he is at peace. But that does not mean that there are not things that Nate is analyzing about his life and about his passing. Okay. They're both there. They're both together. Hi, Bernie. Welcome. And so oftentimes, guys, when souls have a difficult passing, or a passing that was either tragic or that left people here in the world really upset or angry or pent up or confused or in conflict or leaving huge unfinished business, any of those types of negative, unwanted emotions, oftentimes it is harder for the souls to communicate through. Now, it has been my experience. I think this is important for all of you, because we could all have people in our lives that have tragic passings. Oftentimes, if people have chosen to take their own life, which is what I'm getting to, and I'm going to ask him, I'm asking Bill, who's Bill. Okay. So Bill is making it easier for Nate to come through. Okay. I'm backtracking here. The reason Bill came through forward is because Nate needed Bill to open that pathway for him so he could improve his ability to connect and communicate. Okay. And I've told many of you guys today that a lot of times souls come through me who are having trouble connecting with their loved ones here because of a tragic passing, a suicide, or unfinished business on that people here are having issues with. And I do not mind if the people I'm reading for get upset with me. I don't mind if they think I'm wrong and they're having trouble waiting. I don't mind. It's not fun, but I don't mind going through the process of helping the souls to heal that gap so that they can communicate and begin to get through to their loved ones. Okay. I don't mind doing that. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of energy when a soul has trouble coming through. Souls seem to seek me out for that. It wouldn't be my first choice, but that tends to be what happens with me. So Bill, as I always tell you guys, sometimes souls come through to make it easier. He's mostly coming through to escort Nate so that Nate can have, he's almost like a translator, and he's making the alignment easier so that Nate can begin to communicate on his own, because he's not, guys, he just put his head down like this. So as I'm saying this, the pathways are getting easier. He just put his head down and he folded his hands and he said, I took my own life. And I'm taking a moment of silence here because I have such chills. I'm connecting with him and his soul as he says that, because it was so tender and honorable the way that he just shared that with me. And he said it in such a dear way, in such a like, I wish I hadn't done that way. It was a moment of realization. So you saw I closed my eyes and I bowed my head and I folded my hands as well in honor of him, in communion with him. I'm honoring that to him. And I'm because I had these side conversations with spirit while I'm reading for you. And I'm just feeling, I'm like, I feel you. Like, I get it. I'm sorry. And that was big. And Bill is helping with that he was able to just come through and tell that to me. I believe that. You can put that in the comments and I will check in a moment after I give you more information from Bill. I'm blocking my comments. Okay. I don't want to see my comments. Because that is evidence. Okay. If you're like, yeah, he killed himself. Yes, he committed suicide. That is evidence. Okay. And here is his feelings on that. Okay. No, he's not in hell. No, he's not in stasis. No, he's not in purgatory. Okay. He's just fine. Our own realization and regret as a soul for throwing the gift, and I mean, it is a gift that you are here, guys, in this world. It is a gift. Do you understand that? There are limited spaces per timeline for incarnations. So when you take your own life, yes, you're hurting those around you, but you're hurting yourself. You are throwing back the gift of life that you were given when there is a waiting list of souls waiting to incarnate in this time, in this dimension, in this world, in this paradigm, because there are countless ones. If you are here now, I'm talking to all of you, not just Nate. If you are here now, you are absolutely blessed. No matter what the condition of your life is, you are totally blessed, because there is a waiting list to get here. Other than like those of us who come with like, if there's a mission or soul like the Dalai Lama or Jesus or Krishna or Gandhi, you know, they're coming, they have a purpose, a mission, these bodhisattvas, right? They come over and over and over. And it's more of like an obligation. You don't really want to come. Okay. There's a waiting list. If you're not here just and on mission for that collective awakening, there is a waiting list. So what Nate is realizing as he crosses his hands and bows his head and says, I took my own life, he is acknowledging that he basically threw back into the universe his face, his gift. Okay. What does this mean for him moving forward and for his loved ones and his family, Jenny? What this means, and then I'll check in the comments and see. And hopefully you're not going to be like, you're way off base, Lark, but I believe what I'm getting here. What this means is that he'll have to come back. When you take your own life, you have to come back. No holds barred. And it's not because God's like, you have to come back. It doesn't work like that. You are God. You are. God is infinite, in all present, omnipresent. That means you are a part of what we call God. I don't like to use the term. It's overused and misused. So you will, like Bill, will choose to come back because he has to relearn. He has to relive and relearn the lessons that he chose to cop out on by taking his own life. It was a choice. You don't get out of that home free. You want to. As a soul, you're like, oh, you recognize when you're on the other side, oh, I got to go back. But what he's doing right now, and why things are sort of faded out, when I told you earlier on, I didn't know he had committed suicide yet. But when he was showing me that he was working on things, I'm kind of like, when I see souls telling me that, not always, but often, if they have committed suicide, they're working on stuff. They're working with their spirit teachers and their angels, and they're reprogramming. And it's like, okay, what went wrong here? What did your soul learn with this choice? And how can we get you back down there to redo this? What do you need to learn? Okay, because there's even benefits to what he learned from that. The human part of him, the part of him that was incarnated, that loves all of you that are here, Jenny, is so sorry. Because what he wants to share with you is when you feel like you have to take your own life, it's very, very, very selfish because you're in total survival mode. And he's sharing with me, he wants his loved ones to know, those who loved him to know, you don't think of anybody else. He's sharing that it's so easy for those of us here living to say, why did they do that? Didn't they think of all of us? Didn't they care about us? Didn't they love us? Didn't know they'd be hurting us? That's so selfish. We say that as humans. And he's acknowledging, yes, it is selfish, but it's selfish because you're in such total and absolute survival mode that you aren't thinking of anyone else. And, Jenny, you can't think of anyone else when you're in survival mode. You don't. If you're running for your life, if we were all in a big field and there was a huge pterodactyl coming at us, okay, maybe you'd grab your kid or try to grab your spouse's hand or something, somebody that you love. But for the most part, when it's fight or flight, which is what Nate was in, you're just thinking about you because you're in survival mode. And he says he's so, so, so sorry. He also says that he hasn't been working very hard to get through to people here yet. He said he did the first week of his passing because that vibrational frequency is lower and you can get through. But he's saying that he's showing me, a lot of souls say, oh my gosh, I've been trying to get through to you, right? That's what you guys hear all the time. I'm trying to get through to you. He shows me he hasn't been. And there's a couple reasons why. Number one, he has been so engrossed in figuring out what he did and why. He really wants to master that because he doesn't want to do that again. And he has been just, he's at peace. I mean, he's back to his eternal self, right? So he sees the big picture. He sees this wasn't his only life. So he's not in hell. He's regretful in that, okay, I got to go back and do this, right? He's focused on what he's going to do again. And the second reason, Jenny, is that it was very difficult for him to get through because he knew and he was told by his guides it would be harder because of the feelings and the anger and the hurt and the pain and the emotions and the blocks that those of you here in this world still have. And being as he took his own life, he's going to have a harder time getting through from his side as well. Okay. That's one of the reasons souls come to me for this type of breakthrough, so that I can help reestablish that connection and that healing. So even though all of his loved ones and friends and everybody are not here on this reading, Jenny, please know that we're doing that healing work right now. And Bill is helping us. Thank you, Bill. Bill is so cool. He reminds me a lot of one of my spirit guides, actually. So just know that after this reading, Nate is going to try to get through to all of you. He will be able to more easily. Probably with physical things, like you might feel a hand on your shoulder, he's showing me, or a little boop on your head, or a door might swing kind of in your face. Things that can be signs or symbols. And he's showing me they're going to be things that really try to get your attention. Like, I don't know. I'm giving you a funny example. Like maybe a bird is going to poop right in front of you as you're walking out your door. These are things that get your attention. And what I find is for a lot of souls, either if they have a sense of humor, or if they've had trouble getting through, or sometimes if they're breaking through, being able to communicate again, they will use those signs and symbols, things that you can physically and sensory experience in a sensory way. Okay. All right. Let's go over here. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your patience. But do you guys see why I take so long? We got to get to the bottom of these things. Okay. Don't forget, guys, if you find this valuable, make sure to like and share it so more people can find Veronica's page, and my psychic medium page is right down here if you want to like and follow it. Jenny says, I'm happy. Yes, excellent. I got you starred, Bernie. I'm scrolling down to see what feedback I've got from Jenny. Yes, for Nate's suicide. So when I said he committed suicide, thank you. You did that perfectly. You wrote yes to give me validation and said suicide. So I knew what you were referring to. Thank you. Thank you. So do you guys see that? That's evidence. We've had the description of how they come across, his inability to communicate, the fact that he committed suicide. We described Bill and his personality. That, guys, is all evidence. That is separate from what he wanted to tell you, from his feelings of regret, from the loving, from the regretting, from the I'm sorry I left you. Okay, do you guys see the difference? So in evidential mediumship, we do both. We do the evidence first, and then we share what they want to say. Okay, you pray for him daily. Okay, so here's the thing. It is a beautiful moment, isn't it, Joni? Let's see. Oh, gotcha, Judy. Hey, Judy. Judy Weekers, if I don't get to you today, Friday is Furball Friday. We do just non-human animals, nothing else. So you can come back and we'll work on that if I don't get to you today, okay? Let's see. Nate was a wonderful friend and doctor. Bill was my love from many years ago. They're both really cool. Really cool, Jenny. Thank you for sharing that. That's very cool. Yeah, I love the feeling of both of their personalities. They both just feel amazing. Really, really good-hearted people. And please know that now that we've had this reading, Jenny, Bill can already come through well, but they both will be able to come through to you more easily. You can write things. I believe, Jenny, that you probably will have a dream about Nate. I would write things and put it next to your bed or under your pillow, write a question or something. Go to sleep with your prefrontal cortex focusing on that. Even if you don't wake and remember in the morning a dream or a visitation, I know he will come to you in the astral plane and you guys will be able to find peace there. He is going to be able to start coming through to people more easily now. I'm going to send you with both of them, Jenny. Thank you for letting me read for you. And the rest of you, thank you for being so patient while I get to these readings. Okay. Hi, Gemma. Welcome. Let's see. I want to share this. This is amazing. I see you, Geraldine. We'll get to you guys. I do want to share this. Gemma says, I tried to take my life. Someone up there saved me. I swear it. Yeah, this is some of the stuff we like to talk about on Angels in Action on Monday. Your guardian angels and your loved ones oftentimes will swoop in. So like your spirit guides, The only ones that can like truly like swoop in and like physically stop or block things are your angels, and you have to ask for help. You have to give that permission. Okay, this is something my Awakening Your Intuition clients learn. If you guys want to, you're interested in my online course, the Awakening Your Intuition program, it covers all this, covers everything metaphysical and spiritual, and how to learn to awaken your intuition so you guys can do this work yourself. Even if you just want to be able to connect privately, it helps you understand all these tools, techniques, and processes. But one of the things my clients learn in that program is how angels versus spirit guides and loved ones work. They work very differently. And I can vouch for that, Gemma. I think that's cool. I remember slipping down the stairs at my old house in the wintertime. And I was so cautious, and I was walking down the steps, and I swear, I mean, I didn't ask for help even, but I was caught. I was completely cradled when I fell, because I would have smashed my head against the shed and been caught between the steps and the shed. And I was just completely like a hammock, just the whole, like my head and shoulders and upper back was just completely cradled. It was absolutely amazing. So guys, our angels, our guardian angels, I've had mine help me many times, can do that. The question might be for some people, then I'll get into readings here. Sorry. This is the stuff we talk about in my Awakening Your Intuition Mastermind, which, by the way, you guys can, connect with more if you want to join my school. But it's a $49 a month thing where you can have 2 masterminds, 90-minute masterminds a week. And it's like group coaching, which normally we charge thousands of dollars for, but it's a really fun group. But we talk about some of this stuff. And I think, some people would ask why are some people saved when they go to take their life and others aren't? And there's a lot of answers to that, there's a lot of answers to that. We have free will, so we have the choice. If someone has really decided that they want to take their life, that is their free will and that is their choice. If you made an attempt, but that really wasn't something that you subconsciously had really clearly decided, and you might not have been aware of that, it might have been in your subconscious mind, then, the circumstances are different for each person, right? Then that could have been interfered with, because your free will always gets to choose. Your free will always gets reign. So somewhere in there, your free will had made a different choice, or you wouldn't have been saved. And that's pretty cool to know that we're given that power. That's such an honor, right? All right, guys, let's go on to the next reading here. Please come to Furball Friday, Judy, in case I don't get you. You can join my school and or like my psychic medium page here, or follow my YouTube page. And then you can be sure to find out. The YouTube page doesn't announce when my lives are, though, but it's definitely worth. I'm really trying to build that YouTube page. Let's see. You gave him medium readings. Oh, that's awesome. I got you, Star Geraldine. That's very cool. Okay. We're going to do this, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. Kayla, you got to tell me who, honey. Hi, Kaweezy. Kaweezy, I'm going to start asking you to tell me about your dad. I'll try to get to you today. I try to get to the people that I haven't read for before. I don't want to feel people I read for over and over to feel neglected, but I try to read for people I haven't read for as well. So we'll try to get to you. But I want to hear how you're connecting with your dad, Kaweezy. Let's see. Sarah Jane, I've got you starred. That is a beautiful reading, Geraldine, isn't it? I'm just going to share this, then we'll move on to the next one. You saw an angel walking away with his hair and shape when you heard he died. Okay. So if you remember, I said to you, Jenny, that gotta get myself some more coffee, guys. If you remember, I said to you that he spent the first week trying to connect. And then after that, he went on to do his studying and all of that with his angels and his spirit guides and stuff. Do you remember that? I said that. So when you heard he died, so he was still trying to reach you. He was trying to connect with you, Jenny, and it sounds like he did, which is really cool. Like that's really, really exciting. So those first, hi Tangelo, those first like 3 days to a week, guys, after somebody has passed, your energy is still really low. It's still connected to the earth. And so you have the ability to you know, visit people and have them like recognize you more clearly. You can also give them visuals more easily. So if you were able to see that, that was him, Jenny, that's amazing. And it's such an honor that he came to you to make sure you could see that. Okay. Sorry guys, I had to get some more coffee. No. I'm running on coffee lately, my friends. With my dad in the hospital and my horse is an hour away, I'm telling you, I'm burning the candle at both ends. Okay, so let's get on. Let's see who else we have started here. Jenny, so much. Thank you. That was an honor. Please let me know, Jenny. Okay, keep me posted. And guys, don't forget, if you want to join my school and you want to join the other lives during the week, or you want to learn how to do this stuff, you have questions about anything metaphysical, my school is only free for the first 200 people, and then there'll be a small monthly fee. Okay. So if you want to get in on that community with people like this, that would be the place to go. Okay. Let's see who I have starred next here. Sorry, Tangelo, you'll get a treat later, bubs. Okay. I just passed the person I had starred. Okay. KR, are you still here? Let me know. You guys have to be so patient for my readings. I know my readings go on and on, but I'm thorough and Spirit is failing miserably at getting me to speed things up. Okay, let me see if I had you starred next. I just go where Spirit shows me. Oh, you joined school, Carla. Wonderful. Oh my gosh, guys, this is going to be so fun the next few months. I'm adding so much to school. Okay, I got you, Sharon Louise. I got you starred. Okay, Kira Jade. Yes, we got to get back to you. Uh-oh, there's a little angry face. Hey, Larkin, just got home from work. Oh, angry face. All right, it'll be okay. Let's see. Yes, you are. Great. Okay. All right, let's see what KR says. Thank you for waiting, first of all. All right. If you have time today and feel drawn, Spirit drew me to you. Yay. I'm hoping to get a message from my dad who passed in January, or my friend Corey. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay. Oh, thank you for repeating that, KR. Sometimes I hit on other messages and then I lose the original question, then I can't find it. So I appreciate that. You must be used to seeing my lives here. Oh, you never got one, Carla. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's tune into your dad and Corey and see who. So KR, was Corey a girl? Because there's a fatherly energy moving forward out of the crowd, but also moving forward with him is the figure of a woman. Hi, Carrie Smith. Yeah, that would be great, Kira Jade. We'll get to you. I got you starred, Nedia. Just let me know yes or no. I got you starred, Carla. Okay. Just so as this fatherly figure moves forward, KR, not like right next beside him, but like also moving forward with him is the figure of a woman. Just let me know in the comments, yes or no, was Corey a female? The energy, no, was a male. Okay, well, we have a third one then that looks like it's coming forward for you. There's a female coming forward, KR. Maybe this isn't for you, so let's clarify this, because if it's not, I'm going to ask her to step back and ask Corey to step forward, because I see another figure, but I don't see just enough of a description on the young male. That's why I'm focusing on the female, but I'm going to share this because it's here and I have to trust spirit. Okay. There's a young, not young. There's like a younger, maybe middle-aged female coming forward that has a ponytail and, so Judy, I will be able to get through, but I've just got everybody starred based on where spirit asked me to go. So I may or may not get to your reading today. So if you come on Friday for Furball Friday, Judy, we can work on your cat and I can bring your dad through then as well if we get to, okay? Just make sure you join my school and or follow my psychic medium page, and then you can tune in for Friday. Hello, Irene. So this other woman, KR, I'm just going to share it because she's coming through, and she's coming through clearly with the male fatherly figure. And she's got a ponytail. It looks like it's like medium to dark blonde hair. You're okay, Irene. You know I run over. And she's coming forward in casual clothes, and there's sort of like a not a desperate air about her, but I think she's feeling like her people really are trying to get through to her, so she might just be piggybacking on this reading. Do you know anyone that fits that description, KR? Irene, just let me know in the comments, KR. You're welcome, Judy. All right. I don't know if KR is still here or not. Not responding to what I'm saying. KR, let me know if you're still here, because they're coming through to give you, I'm trying to do validation that it's the right souls, and I want to make sure you're here still, since you're not responding in the comments. Make sure that you're here. I know you said you were here, but let me know if that woman resonates with you as well. No, she does not. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask her to step to the side then. She's probably connected to someone that will be on here. Because she sort of has a desperate air about her. Okay. All right. So she must be piggybacking then. Usually they don't push like that. Sometimes they do, but if I'm doing another reading, they usually don't. So hold on. I'm asking her to please step aside. Sometimes they reflect a person that is panicked if they feel this anxious. Your dad's energy, let her come through. Okay. Thank you, KR. All right. So, so the gentleman that's coming through, sort of behind your father, did he have, hello, Katie. Did he have dark hair? KR, there's a gentleman coming forward that has dark hair. And it looks like your dad, did your dad have white hair? Fatherly figure that's moving forward. He's showing me something about a book, a leather book, hardcover. He's showing me a wedding band. And your friend Corey looks like had dark hair. He either had a really lovely voice or you really liked the sound of Corey's voice. It was soothing and comforting to you. So, Corey did not have curly hair. Is that correct? It was more like not, it was more straight. I see music, the love of music and all types of music. There's just a tremendous sense of peace coming through for them as well. There's two really strong energies here in this world that are that Corey is concerned about getting to. It looks like a male and a female energy. Thank you, Irene. There's a male and a female energy. He feels need to hear from him. I'm also feeling now, I know I'm bouncing around, but I'm bouncing around because this is what they're showing me. They're just giving me all these random things, okay? And they're going to come together and make sense as a collage. They're all used as part of evidence. I'm getting a really strong sense of a heavy weight in my chest. They're making me feel like it's hard to breathe, discomfort in my heart and chest area, a restriction sort of in the front and the back area in regards to my chest. I'm also being shown or made to feel, and I need to sort out which one of these was for which. I'm also being made to feel now a difficulty speaking and making noise and issues in my throat area. This could either represent challenges and difficulty communicating emotionally with what they wanted to communicate, or it could be a literal issue with not being able to speak near to the time of passing. And I'm not getting which one this is for yet. They're sort of merging theirs. I'm having to do what I did on Monday and ask them to divide up for me. Like on Monday when I read for that 4 family members, they sorted things out for me. They usually give me the symptoms in that first, and then they sort it out for me. One of them had difficulty communicating before they passed, and there were things that did not get to be said. There were things that they wanted to say that they felt like their loved ones needed to hear that did not get to be communicated, and that it was very difficult to articulate. I'm feeling this difficult, I don't know really what it is. You know, as I feel like it goes up in my neck and it kind of moves around. I don't know if it's a I don't know if it's a muscular thing or if it's a nerve thing. I can feel different things going on in my body. I believe it's either skeletal or muscular. Could be nerve related, which would mean it would be neurologically related. But somehow I believe that this person had difficulty communicating what they wanted to right before their passing. Just difficulty articulating. In other words, the thoughts were there, but the ability to say what they wanted was not. And I'm asking them, can they please define for me? I'm not going to look at your comments yet. You can just say yes or no, and then add a descriptive word to what I'm saying so I know what you're saying yes and no to, okay? I believe that your dad, under the belief of those of you still living and under your dad's belief, not now that he's on the other side, but believed he could have had a lot more time here in the world. It looks as though he passed of something that he struggled with for a while. Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. I'm trying to look at my third eye. He's showing me things and making me feel things. So I'm using multiple clairs right now with your dad. If I get emotional, it's just because I'm feeling what he was feeling, okay? He felt an urgency to get certain things done in a certain amount of time. I'm showing he was given a diagnosis of something. And from that point on, he felt an urgency to do certain things, to get certain things done, to get certain things in order, to do the things he wanted to get done in this world, to do certain things with and for family, because he didn't know how much time he was really going to have, and he didn't know how long he was going to be able to do things. And that was just a constant pressure that he had. He says the one thing he put off, this is what I'm getting from him, and then you can just tell me yes or no with a description, okay? The one thing he put off was the things he didn't realize he was going to want to say right before his passing, because they didn't feel pertinent right at the time. And before you know it, he wasn't really able to articulate it the way he wanted to. And he's sorry for that. There were certain things he wanted you to remember that he wanted you to remember in order to live a happy, good, safe life. He wanted you to know how much he loved you and was proud of you. That's not the evidential part. That's the emotional message part. But he wanted to say that to you again. He wanted to tell his loved ones how much they meant to him, and not to carry him with you as a burden after he passed. To know that he had a good life. He didn't want you guys to miss a moment of life after his passing. He wants you to keep living life to its fullest, okay? All right, I'm going to check in with you in reference to your dad, and then I'm going to go over to Corey, and we're going to see if he can show us more, give us more evidence, okay? Let's see. I got you started, Irene. Okay. He had dark hair. My friend had light. Watching from Newfoundland, Canada. Katie, awesome. Ontario here. Okay. Kiara says correct. All right. See if we're still on target here. Okay, here we go. Dad died of complications to Parkinson's. Okay. So that's what he was trying to make me feel, right? When I was describing the nervous system, the skeletal system, probably neurological, that would have been the Parkinson's. He was trying to get through to me and making me feel things shut down and his inability to control his body. So thank you for validating that evidence. That is evidence, KR. I wouldn't know. Okay. He made me pass that. That's him doing that. Okay. Connection. Yes. Your messages are beautiful. Oh, thank you, Katie. Sorry, I thought that was KR here. Good. I'm glad this resonates with you. He was having a hard time communicating. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's your dad. So please let that be evidence, KR, that he really is here and made me feel that way. Okay. Struggled for a while. Yes. Okay. So let's tap into Corey before we tune out here. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Kaweezy. I'll get to you, buddy. Netiep, if I don't get you to you today, just follow me on School to see when my lives are, and like and follow my Psychic Medium page, okay? I'm on at least 3 times a week doing readings. And I do try to get back into the lives and answer you guys if I don't get to you. It's not always the same day. It is a beautiful reading, Geraldine, isn't it? All right, let's touch base with Carrie. So, KR, you are going to be able to connect more with your dad now, okay? That he's been able to really get that through. And now that we've had this reading, keep talking to him. Okay. He's sorry that he left you guys earlier than he would have liked or chosen. Right. But keep in mind, we do choose the time of our passing. Our soul does. Okay. I want to touch in with Corey a little more here, so you can get some more evidence from him. As soon as I go back to Corey, KR, I'm just hearing and feeling and seeing music. Did you guys go to a concert together? Did you go to a music concert together? He really tries to get through to you in music, with music. He tries to, you definitely not expect, yeah. He feels like it's hard to find people who you can connect with on a deep level about the things that you did. Now, again, there are these 2 people that he keeps showing me. I don't know if he had a sister, if it was a sister or another close friend or a girlfriend or something. There's this female energy here in this world that Corey is concerned about having left. And there's also a male figure that he's concerned about. So when I go back to Corey, the few things I get are this male and this female figure and music. And he's showing me that you guys went to a concert together and that you really connected and related through music, and that you both could enjoy that together. And that was an important part of your relationship that you enjoyed. And so he's trying to get through to you through songs and music. And he tries to pick ones that either you guys share together, or a lot of times he just tries to get through to you through words in a song. He tries to give you encouragement, he's telling me, and just let you know he's there through music. And that's one of the big ways he tries to connect with you. I don't know why the number 3 and 4 is important. I don't know if it's 3 to 4 years, 3 to 4 months. He's showing me the number 3 and the number 4. Let's see. Let me look over here and see if any of this makes sense to you. Okay, yes. We did not expect that. Thank you. Very accurate. Let's see what you say after that. Okay. We did go to a concert together, and I hear a lot of messages through music. Okay, good. All right, good. That's evidence. I would not know that. I would not know that. Hi, Zoe from Idaho. Hi, Marie. Anything about yourself? Okay. I got you started, Marie. So before we close off with this, I just want to address, let's see, I always say I hear what I need. Yep, that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So you want to keep talking to him, right? Oh, great, Marie. Did you join the school then? Did you join this link? So like and follow my psychic medium page, but you can also join us on school. The first 200 people are free. Okay, you can join our community for free. So KR, you're going to be able to get through to both of them more easily now. You need to keep talking to them. The more you speak to your loved ones on the other side, the more they're going to be able to get through to you more strongly, and the more you're going to be able to receive their messages. The same is true for angels and spirit guides. This is true for all of you. Okay. You open and strengthen that connection. So now that we've had this, it'll be a lot stronger. Okay. I'm going to send you off with your dad and with Corey, KR, and I want to thank you for letting me read for you. You feel a lot around you, Katie Conway. Aha. Well, guys, let's see. Guys, I feel like I would just want to say this to you. If you guys all have the ability to do what I am doing, all of you do. You all can connect with spirit. You can all hear your spirit guides. You can all talk to your loved ones. I'm going to put my email here in the comments. It's larkinsreadings@gmail.com. I am very results oriented. If you want to learn to speak to your spirit guides, oh, I misspelled spirit guides. Okay. Spirit guides. If you message me spirit guides and you send it to larkinsreadings@gmail.com and you want to join the Meet Your Spirit Guides on August 29th, it's an absolutely free event where I will literally help you meet and validate your spirit guides. So whether you are communicating with them on a regular basis and you want to learn more about how to deepen that relationship, or whether you want validation that your spirit guides are truly there and you want to learn to connect with them and get evidence they are there, this event is for you, but it's very limited spaces. Okay, so you have to email me at larkinsreadings@gmail.com. Email me spirit guides. It's August 29th at 12 p.m. EDT. If you go to my school and or you go to my Larkin Psychic Medium page and you like and follow it, you will see the details and the testimonials for the event. Okay, it's absolutely free. I want you guys to learn to do this for yourself. Okay, if you are feeling stuck and you want the next 3 steps of what you need to do, either to learn to awaken your intuition, tune into your powers, understand what you're dealing with, and you might be interested in my Awakening Your Intuition course or program or mindset coaching, or you want to join the $47 a month 2 masterminds, which is free group coaching for $47 a month. It's 3 hours of coaching a week. Email me. Okay, just email me at larkinsreadings@gmail.com. But if you join my school, only the first 200 people are free. And I'm moving thousands of people over from my other platforms. So You might want to join that school network, and then you won't miss any of the events, any of the free stuff, any of the cheap stuff, any of the high-end programs. Okay. All right. Sounds wonderful, Katie. Awesome. Well, join us on school. Okay. Let's see. She is tapping you, Carla. Yes. Now, Kawizi, I'm going to talk to your dad real quick. And here's why. I don't mean to blow you off, Kawizi. I love you to death. But here's the thing, guys. If you have had a reading from me, I have people during all my readings that come that have never had a reading from me, that need to get to deep stuff, like get to their anger, connect with someone that has killed themselves. Like, so I don't ever feel like I'm blowing you off, Kawizi. I love you and I love having you here. But if I've already read for you, it doesn't mean I won't read for you again. It just means that Spirit will guide me to the people I have not read for yet. Because the messages, like from your dad, Kawizi, your dad is always there. And your grandma and your dad and your spirit team have told me repeatedly, they want you to practice connecting on your own with them more strongly. Okay. So you might want to join my mastermind and come in and connect weekly with me and find out what they're saying and get that validation. I would start journaling it. The problem I have, Kawizi, is I don't have any new messages from your dad. Your dad gives you feathers. He really does. He's there with you all the time. He really wants you to take action and get out of your comfort zone. But I feel bad because I tell you that every week. And the reason I tell you that every week, Kawizi, is because your dad tells me to tell you that. Like, so when you want to hear from him, what he really wants you to do is he wants you to be practicing get those messages from him. But more importantly, there's a bigger gap for us to connect with our loved ones here in this world for us than there is for them. Right, Kawizi? So like for your dad, he's outside of time and space. So he gives you a message like, son, get out of your comfort zone. What are you doing? Get going on take action. Your message, Kawizi, is take action. And so unfortunately, I mean, I feel, I lit the wrong end of my incense. I actually feel bad because I don't have anything new to tell you. Your dad is present, but the message is the same. Now, maybe you can get a different message from a different reader, but the message is the same. He wants you to know that you're there, that he's there, and he wants you to take action because life keeps moving on. And he feels like you're doing the same thing, having the same thoughts, having the same actions. He feels like you're still not getting out of your comfort zone. And I just feel like a nag because the only thing I have to really tell you from him is that he's still trying to get you to get out of your comfort zone. And so I think that's going to incorporate some mindset work, Kawizi. That means that, you know, he loves just connecting with you, but he's like, you came for a purpose and a mission. And he's like, he's like cracking the whip. He's like, he says you spend a lot of time in your head thinking and analyzing and feeling. And he saw how you acted sort of like a medium, like a spiritual guide for your neighbor when your neighbor passed and her kids were struggling. And so it's not just the music, Kawizi. He wants you to do something with that. Move forward with that. I don't know if you want to do readings. I don't know if you want to just start practicing. Maybe you can have neighbors and friends over and start practicing. Maybe you want to join my school or my masterminds and you want to learn the Awakening Your Intuition course and program where you learn how to use different metaphysical tools. But your message from your dad, and I'm so sorry, but it's the same. He wants you to figure out what getting out of your comfort zone means, and he wants you to do it because he says money, relationships, freedom, and an ultimate fulfillment, Kawizi, is waiting for you right there. Does that make sense? I'm trying to give you as much as I can here with this. Okay. You got it. Okay. I just don't want to sound like a broken record. I feel like my readings for you are going to be so boring, but that's what he's saying. And spirit repeats themselves until you take the action, and they can't really give you anything else until you take the action. But he was very impressed with how you handled your neighbor and your neighbor's family. And honestly, I was too. I think that's amazing. Yeah, I know they're all coming through. I know you have, because you're amazing. The question is, Kweezy, and I'm going to leave you with this before I go on to the next reading. The question is, when are you going to let yourself become the greater version of you? Like, when are you going to stop letting yourself be less than you are as a human being? When are you going to let yourself live more fully into your potential? That is the question. That's what your dad and grandma and spirit guides are waiting for. That's what I'm here to encourage you. Okay, you have everything you wanted. Perfect. That's perfect. So if you have everything you wanted, then since we are either growing and expanding up the spiral or we're dwindling away, if you have everything you want, that's perfect, because that means you're in alignment, and there you don't have the two sides, as Abraham Hicks talks about. You don't have that contradiction, right? You have less resistance. If you already have what you wanted, then that means you can expand up the spiral. And one way or another, my friends, we can't stay static. We have to grow or we die. We have to grow or we die. So he wants you to lean into that. Okay. And I think that's amazing. I think that is absolutely amazing. And you know, I do some of that stuff this week, and let me know, like, when you get on next time for the next reading, let me know. And we'll go from there. Okay. All right. All right, Kweezy. I love you. Keep your eye out for a new and bigger feather. He's going to bring you a different type of feather this week. Okay. All right, let's move up and see who our next mediumship reading is. I love Kweezy's dad, though, and your grandma, Kweezy. I love her. Okay, so here's the thing. Katie Conway, if it's driving you crazy and you want to learn, message me for a free discovery call. Okay? I don't want to work with everyone. Here's Larkin's readings at gmail.com. If you want to join the spirit guides, write spirit guides, email me spirit guides, and save my email to the contacts, so that when I send you the information to log on Zoom, you don't lose it, okay? So write spirit guides or discovery call, and let's get on a free 20-minute discovery call. I only do 10 a week. It's absolutely free, Katie. If you want to learn more and you want to learn about my Awakening Your Intuition program, or you want to learn about the group coaching that I have weekly for a really low cost, and you want to learn, then message me for one of those things, okay? Join school, because that's what it's there for, guys. I'm not, I have to market myself, because if I don't tell you this is here, you don't know. Truth be told, if you don't like this, if you don't resonate with me, if you don't want to really learn, and please don't message me. I don't want everyone. I'm not here to get as many followers as I can. I'm only here to work with the people that are ready and willing. Okay? That's it. That's all I want. But if I don't give you the information, you won't have it. All right. So let me scroll up. I'd love to work with you, Katie, and see what you're interested in. 20-minute free call. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I could charge over $100 for that. It's free. So you might as well. But they fill up fast per week, okay? Okay. So let's see who we have next here on the reading list. I'm so glad I got to Kweezy today, because I felt bad I didn't get to him the other day. All right. The next person Spirit had me starred. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. The next person I had starred was, we'll see if they're even still here. It take a while, guys, so it may not be, may not even be on here anymore. Hang on, guys. Bear with me. I got to scroll up here. I'm going where Spirit has me go. Kaweezy, I got you. I'm so glad. Sarah Jane, are you still here? And Geraldine, we're going to get to you too, okay? Sarah Jane, let me know if you're still here. Sarah Jane, I always find out if you guys are here first, because if you're not, I don't want to read for you because people don't always get back. And then I'm reading to nobody because they don't always check the comments. So it's just better to get on. Say it loud, girl. I love it. Thanks, Irene. You're welcome, Katie. Yeah, I mean, I used to coach women in business. I love coaching women in business, and you have to share it. If you don't share it, Kira says, Meet Your Spirit Guides is really good. A good program, but I might need a refresher soon. Yeah, you feel like you're losing contact. Yeah, so you got to practice, right? So if I were you, Kira, if I were you, I would sign up for the next one again. And I would, if you can afford it, I would join the $47 a month mastermind, because you get 90 minutes of free coaching twice a week. One is the mindset to go with the intuition, and the other one is the awakening your intuition mastermind. And that gives you constant support each week to stay in touch with your loved ones, with your spirit guides, to learn everything metaphysical, to answer your questions with a small group of wonderful, like-minded people. So that's another option for you. Guys, practice makes perfect. If you get sucked into your real life, then you lose touch, right? You got to practice it. But you'll get it, Kira. Don't worry. You'll lose it. I mean, you'll lose it. You'll get it. You'll get it. All right. Let's see if Sarah Jane is here. Yes, she's here. Awesome. Okay. So Spirit guided me to you. Thank you for your patience, guys. I try to give all my readings the attention they need to get through what they need to, okay? Oh, thank you, Sharon. I see you. I got you started too, guys. All right. Well, Kira, get on a discovery call. See what you can work out. Let's see. If guys, we find the money to do what we want to do. It's, I charge thousands of dollars for coaching and programs. So the $47 is to give you guys an opportunity. If you can find a way, if you can, maybe you don't go out to dinner once a week. Maybe you skip it out going out to dinner. Maybe you're a smoker and you stop buying cigarettes. Maybe I don't know. We choose what's important to us. So if you find it's important enough, I bet you'll be able to find a way. Ask your spirit guides to help you, Kira. It's only $47, guys, for 90 minutes of my time twice a week. Okay. Let's see here. Babe and Ab. That's great. All right. So Sarah Jane, I'm going to share with you what's coming through for me first. Great job, Katie. Awesome. All right. I see you, Virginia. I got you started. Okay. So the first thing that comes through, Sarah Jane, I'm going to just list the things they're showing me first. They're opening their pathway to be able to communicate with you more. I see two presences immediately right there. They didn't even just walk forward. They just were right there in front of me, very present and very around you. Very around you. Were you an only child, Sarah Jane? Let me know in the comments, just yes or no, only child. Let me know. I'm not going to read the comments right now. Just let me know. I get this feeling that you have so much of their undivided attention and attention on you, one of them on either side of you right now, either side of your body. And that can indicate a couple things to me. It can either be symbolic that you were an only child, or it can be symbolic of they had a special connection with you. Usually either means someone was an only child for a while. It might mean that they had a sibling a lot later. Maybe they spent the first few years alone with their parents, or it could mean that it's a younger child that older siblings left the house and they had time being with them for a while alone. Somehow there's an indication of just you and them, some sort of strength as far as I see you, Brenda. some sort of a connection of it just being you and them. So in some sense, there's just this unity of the three of you that comes through very strong. Also, the first thing that came through to me was a cars, vehicle. So you can let me know in how that relates to you. It looks like this vehicle was, well, I'm seeing two vehicles now. I'm actually seeing a darker vehicle that looks like it might have been a navy blue or a black color. And I'm also seeing a lighter vehicle that looks like it might have been like either it wasn't white. It might have been like a pale green or like a light blue. It looks like maybe it was an older vehicle that's showing up as well. I'm seeing they're showing me all sorts of different things, Sarah. And again, I just want to remind those of you that were not here before, I bring through this for evidence, and then I'm going to check the comments and see when you say yes or no to what I'm saying, please make sure you also say the thing next to it that relates to it. So you might say yes, black car, no, light colored car. In other words, it doesn't relate to you. It doesn't mean that what they're giving me is incorrect. It means you might not know about it yet, or you might not remember. A lot of times that comes after the reading. Okay. Sometimes it comes during the reading, like the prayer beads that came through the reading on Monday. She said, no, no, no. And then, oh my gosh, they found the rosary, right? So make sure you're putting what you're saying yes or no to next to it, because I do the evidence first and then I check the readings. And by the time I check the readings, it's kind of way past what I was mentioning. So I need that for the evidence. Okay. Just to let me know in the comments. I'm also seeing a box with, I don't know if these are connected or not. I'm seeing lace. I'm seeing like white or cream colored lace. I'm not sure if it belonged to your mother, but it looks like it maybe wasn't your mother's. It looks like it was passed down maybe from your grandmother or your great grandmother or an aunt or something, an older female in your mom's life. It might not have been your mom. It might have been from your dad's side, but it looks to me like it was passed down to your mother. I don't know if this box is connected to the lace or not, because they're showing me opening a box or opening something and seeing this lace, but they're also showing me a white like cardboard box. It might have been for a corsage. It was that type of a box, but it's like a white shiny box. They're showing me this as well. They're showing me both of their wedding rings. And there's something about them being separated or together. Those rings being separated or together. So they might be showing me different spaces in time. They're showing me them being together and then separated. So I don't know if one was going to be given to one person and one was to another. There's something about someone had a desire to keep those together, those rings together, and to have their rings closely together. They want to thank you they see the investment in time, money, and energy that was put into their existence on this earth after they crossed over, which is how they're sharing it. That was a lot. They're also showing me a dear friend. It looks like you have a close friend that's been very supportive of you. It's a female friend. And they're grateful for her. Being there and supporting you. They're telling me she really is a loyal friend. Like, you're really lucky. She's a really good friend. I love your mom's hair. I don't know if it was like this at the time of her passing, but she's showing me a time where her hair was kind of like, she put like curl in it. It was maybe like about this length. It was really lovely. And she's showing me like, she's going like this with her hair. And she's showing me these beautiful earrings. I don't know what they are. It looks like they're dangly earrings. They're not like this. They're just like straight down. Not huge. I don't know if they were a gift from your dad. I think they were a gift from someone, or she was very proud that she got them on a trip or a vacation or something. They're beautiful. They're different colors. It looks like it's like maybe like a blue and green, like a stone. It looks like they're stone, like a stone or I don't want to say a gem, but they're like a stone. Looks like it looks like with gold trim, like they're in a gold setting. And she's going like this, and it was like part of it. It's like two parts, like a part and then like a part that's connected, a little bit up here, and then they had a beautiful swing to them, and they looked gorgeous against her skin and her hair. She's going like this, like she was so proud of them, and she's wearing them on the other side as well as she's showing me this. Those were very important to her, and she's showing me those earrings. Looks like there's something she wanted you to have. Let's see, what else is she showing me here? So Sarah Jane, I'm going to go over here and check in the comments and see if any of this relates to you before I give you more evidence coming through here. Let's see if you're here. Hi, Joe. Happy Wednesday. Rita from Yorkshire. Great. Susan Bolton. Good to see you. All right. So Sarah Jane. Oh. Awesome. All right. Okay. Interesting. No, a brother. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's okay. So the reason that makes sense then. Shh. It's Daddy. Stop. Not Billy. So that's okay, Sarah. So the reason then they're showing me and giving me that feeling of you as an only child is because you were a twin without a twin. Okay. That feeling is representative of, as I showed you, of different things. So they would not have been including your brother in that, right? They would have been showing me that you as a twin were the only one. Okay. So let's see. Your twin was stillborn, told by several mediums she never died and is still alive, but doesn't know she is a twin. No, that's not true. I don't know where they're getting that from. That is not true. No. No, she's not still alive somewhere. No. I was very clear when they came forward, and then one of them got on either side of you, and they gave me that feeling that you were an only child. That was what they were trying to convey, was you were the only one of the twins. You were the only one of the twins. Okay. You guys have to remember there are countless, being a psychic medium is like translating from thousands of languages at the same time. It's literally just vibrational frequency that I'm pulling off of. Okay. And they have to work hard to get through me. So they have to use symbols and feelings and show me things. And they were clearly showing me that in some way or another, you were the only one getting their attention about something. Didn't mean you didn't have any other siblings. If you remember, what I said was, it doesn't mean you're the only child. My first assumption of that interpretation was, are you the only child? You were the only one left of the twins. So they were correct. They were not inaccurate. I do not know why the mediums would have said that she never died. I'm sorry, but what I get from that is ridiculous. She is not here in this world. You are the one that's here. You are the one that's left. Your twin does support you and your family. That love and energy is there. You guys are a spirit family. Okay. But don't get distracted by, no, she's not running around wondering if she's not alive or not, not knowing she's not a twin. That is a wonderful thing to believe and feel if it were true, but I get absolutely no evidence of that whatsoever. You know, and here's what I will say. If you've listened to my earlier readings where people had committed suicide and were having trouble coming through, I believe it might be difficult for her to have come through to some of the mediums because of the tragedy and the pain and the block from that passing, that energy then becomes adopted into your family, even with your parents passing. That is still a tremendous pain of that loss. Okay. And that energy has to be broken through. As I've told many of you, it's not my preference. I don't love doing it, but oftentimes souls come to me for that breakthrough. And that's why a lot of times I take longer to do readings. I want to get to the bottom of that stuff because it clears up the energy for your family. Okay. So no, and then she can come through on the other side. Okay, then she can come through now to other mediums. So maybe mediums weren't able to sense her on the other side. I didn't pick up on her right away. But now that we have acknowledged that and we've come through and we've broken through of why you felt like the first child. Tom, are you in here? Can you get Billy, please? Here, I'll get her. No, come on. Let's go. Get down. Good girl. She doesn't have to go upstairs. She just needed to be stopped barking. She'll be fine now. So what you need to understand now is now she's going to be able to come through. And I would recommend that this is a huge breakthrough today, guys. If you guys wonder why you're waiting online so long, because I take so long to do these readings, and I'm doing these readings not like they're free online readings, but we want to get to the bottom of this. Okay. And like I said, it's not always fun for me to be that medium they come through to, but I find that just tends to be what happens. So you'll be able to connect to her now. And it might take a little while for it to warm up, for you to learn how to do it, but she's been there all along. And so now I'm asking her to move forward and see if she can visually come forward for me with your parents. Right? So she should start showing up now in readings with your parents when you get readings. Give it a little time, talk to her, work with her, and allow her to start showing up now for other mediums. Okay, does this make sense? Let's see. It's been a long time, but it doesn't matter how much time has gone by. Let me see here. Checking your comments now. My mom gave me a lot of jewelry. She loved buying beautiful jewelry. Oh yeah, no, she loved it. And I mean, sometimes just when they show me like a specific pair of earrings or jewelry, sometimes that represents jewelry in general. Sometimes that says, look, like she was very proud of showing me these earrings. Very beautiful, by the way. Your mom was beautiful. Let's see. Hi, Jordan. Okay, Irene, well, no, my puppy's a little guard dog. So every time my puppy sees anything, that's Billy the barker. When she sees anything, she starts barking. I just waited because I thought my husband was going to get her, and he waited till I called him. Okay, she gets a lot of love, Irene, a lot of love. She was barking at someone walking down the street. Okay, good to know. If she is not alive, then I'm living for her honor. Yes, exactly. Beautifully said. So Sarah Jane, that's why they kept saying you're the only one, like you had their attention. When they brought you home, when you were a baby, all that energy and that pain and that love of them losing her had to go into you, right? They directed all that love all that energy was focused on you. And that's what they were showing me when they were showing me that focus. Okay. So I'm going to send you with your sister. Let's see. And your parents. Let's see here. See if there's anything else you wrote in here. You're intuitive. Yes, you are. Makes sense. Okay, good. I'm glad it makes sense. And it's not, it's not the medium's fault. It's just, it just seems to be that spirit comes to me for these breakthroughs, and everybody might not get those breakthroughs, right? They might not go to the bottom of it. They may not have that connection that way. So I can see where they would think that if they weren't sensing her in spirit, but I don't get that at all. Her energy is right there now that we've acknowledged that energy is there. Okay. Isn't that beautiful, Irene? I know it is beautiful. You are very intuitive. Yes, you are. Let's see if there's anything else up here that I missed. Okay. All right. Okay. You were born at 7 months. Yeah. So, all that makes sense. It is amazing, Jordan, isn't it? So anyway, as I leave you and I go on to the next reading, Sarah Jane, I just want to remind you to, connect with her now, talk to her. I know on your side here on Earth, it's been a really long time, but in reality, on her side, it hasn't been, right? So just start talking to her and connecting. You guys, your souls are connected. And by the way, Sarah Jane, that, like, her soul is okay with that. Like, our souls choose, and she was still there to love and support your family throughout your whole life. Okay. It's really important. So keep me posted, Sarah Jane, and, or, join my school. Let me know, come join in the community. Let me know, put in the comments in school when, oh my God, I connected with my sister today. Like, I'm finally sensing her, on the other side for the first time. Like, keep us posted. Let us know. The first 200 people get to join my school for free. So let us know. It's a community in there. Okay. Let us know. We're just getting started. So thank you for letting me read for you. I'm going to send you off with your parents and your sister. And let's see here. Natasha, are you still there? You wanted to connect with your dad? Please let me know if you're still there, Natasha. Hi, Kellyanne. Welcome. Welcome, Kellyanne. Let's see. Your grandma is around you, Kellyanne. If we don't get to you today, we'll get to you on our live tomorrow, okay? Okay. Guys, I'm just going where spirit is guiding me, okay? I started some of these in order. So if you don't get a reading from me today, Furball Friday is Friday, and Monday is Angels in Action. We'll be back doing readings, okay? I don't always have time to get you guys in the comments later, but I will try. Got to see my dad at the hospital today. Want to make sure you guys are live before I read for you, okay? I know, Geraldine, I see you. I see you guys. I'm trying to get to you all as much as I can, okay? So I want to see if Natasha's still there. Let's see. Let's see. Sarah Jane says, I can truly connect with her now. Amazing. You feel truly blessed. Yes. Awesome. Good. Well, you're meant to be here today. I told you they know who's here. They know who's here. Thank you for that feedback. All right. Yeah, it should be immediate. Like, she showed up immediately once that became clear. All right. So, all right. I don't see Natasha. So, Nelia, I see you. Oh, thank you. I think he's doing better. Thank you so much, Nelia. Okay. I know you guys are wanting to connect with your loved ones. I'm doing the best I can. I'm just going in order where spirit is taking me, okay? I've got you guys starred. Looks like Natasha's not here, so I'm going to go down to the next one. I have to make sure you guys are here because some people never get back on the reading. They either have to get off or they get bored or I'm taking too long and they they have to go get their kids or get dinner. So I always check because I only want to read for the people that are live online here. Because no point in reading for you if you're not here, right? Okay, let's see here. Lots of great readings today. Spirit is doing a great job of coming through. Let's see here. We've got to do KR, so that's good. Georgina, are you still there? Georgina, let me know if you're still there, please. Georgina. Let's see. I think Georgina is still here. Don't worry, guys. I got you starred. I'm doing my best. If I don't get to you, Veronica has the best readers I've ever seen on here. And I've got Furball Friday on Friday, and I've got Angels in Action on Monday, and we'll pick back up then, okay? Let's see if Georgina is here. I know Geraldine's here. Let's see if Georgina. Oh, she is here. Wonderful. Thank you for reading. I see you, Carla. All right. Let's see. Let's check in with your mom, Georgina. All right. Let's find out who's really here. See if it's her or not. All right, I'm just going to show you what is coming through first as I tune into her energy. And what she's showing me, it might be what she's seeing of you right now. I'll have to check in side conversation and see, or if it is in regards to her. The energy that's moving forward right now there's a couple energies moving forward, so I'm gonna sort these out. Georgina, was your grandma like super tiny? Do you have a super tiny grandma with kind of like shorter hair that she liked to curl? It was like wavy. Oh, that's cool, Irene. Your middle name is Georgina. Just yes or no. Don't forget, guys, when you say yes or no, put next to it the thing you're saying yes or no for, because since I don't check comments until after I've given you a bunch of evidence, I need to know what the yes or no is for, okay? So there's a little teeny tiny lady coming forward that I believe is a grandmother energy for you, Georgina. And then there's another female motherly energy and figure coming forward that is more heavy set. She's a little heavy set, has a really infectious smile, a very warm, that is also present and moving forward for you. I'm being shown a beach. It looks like a little cottage on a beach waves, looking out at the ocean. I'm also being shown it's sort of like a caramel color, maybe a little more on the brown side, a purse, like the kind that you just hold like a handbag, sort of a square shape. And I'm being shown in reference to money, like a wallet and money. And this handbag is being held out. Like it's being held out. I think it was being held out to you. I'm asking what their meaning of that, what she's meaning to that. If it's in reference to it looks like it's being shown money being given to you. Okay. So spirit works in funny ways. The handbag might not even be literal. It might be a handbag, and then I'm being shown money being handed to you. So it could be money being handed to you. So there's something about money being handed to you from your mom. It's either that money was given to you and you receive money from your mom, or it is that she wanted to hand you money and give you money, and you were unable to receive all the money that she wanted you to get, that she wanted and or thought you were going to be receiving. There are things coming up about not just money, but about like estates, the estate. And that doesn't have to mean a lot, guys. That can just mean the estate could just mean, not even anything of financial abundance, just something in regards to what you are getting and or having to deal with after someone's passing as well. And then I'm also being shown like what looks like a facility, Georgina. I'm not sure if it is a nursing home or a retirement home or like a rehab center, or if it was a hospital. I'm being shown like light halls. It looks like white halls, and they look like a facility. Walking in and down and around these hallways. And they're showing me sort of firsthand, like walking in these doors and then through like this entry hall or this like waiting room or whatever, and then having to go down these hallways. So it's some sort of facility. It was either a hospital or a nursing home type of facility, showing me that as well. There's something about the money and money you were supposed to get in a estate and things being passed down. So just yes or no to this, Georgina. It looks like they're also showing me this grandmother energy. It looks like she was buried, not cremated. Just yes or no. Let me know if this is correct. She's showing me a dress and shoes. It looks like dark shoes on her feet. Hey. It looks like she's showing me what she was buried in as well. All right, I'm going to look over in the comments and see if any of this makes sense to you. This is what they're showing me and coming forward with. Let's see here. Guys, I know you're all desperate for a reading. I'm doing the best I can, okay? Hi, Aunt Lily. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Got you guys started, okay? But if you guys just pay attention to the readings coming through, because even if I don't get to you today, sometimes your loved ones, they know you're here, they're coming through for you, okay? There's only one of me, so I swear I'm doing the best I can here. I'm going as fast as I can. So guys, I can just only go as fast as where spirit shows me to go, okay? Just trust that if you guys don't get a reading today, you'll get one at the perfect time, and it's okay. Okay, your great-grandmother. Okay, Georgina, your great-grandmother. Got it. Okay. Let's see here. Grandmother's the beach house. Okay. Okay. Your grandmother. Okay. So it looks like you've got multiple generations here going on. You're unsure about the clothing. Okay. But your grandmother was buried, correct? She was not cremated. She was buried. Let's see here. Scroll down to see if there's anything else. Okay. I see you, Geraldine. I'm scrolling down to see if Georgina is responding to, hi, Presh. Yes, buried. Okay. Okay. So that's what you're showing me, that she was buried. Okay. And they're showing me she was buried in a dress, and she's showing me the dark shoes that were on her feet. So if when there's something, Georgina, that they're able to get through and it doesn't make sense to you during a reading with a reader, you go and you find that evidence. You talk to an older relative that knew. You say, hey, what was grandma wearing? Right? You get that evidence, because a lot of times they've got me right now, right? So they can use me right now, but that doesn't mean that it's not relevant. You just have to go back and get the validation. And then I love it when you message me and be like, oh my God, yeah, they buried her in this black and white dress, or this navy and white dress with these dark navy shoes, right? Which is the type of thing that I'm seeing right now. Real dark, like navy or black and white. So find out, and get that evidence, because that's evidence and validation for you. And a lot of times that has to come through in order to work our way onto something else. Can you please also, do you relate to your mom having a period in time where she was a little overweight? Because she's coming through showing me this as well. It might have just been a period in her life. Let's see. Makes sense as what she would normally wear. Okay. But a lot of times, guys, they bring through the evidence that they can bring through at the time. It seemed real easy for your grandmother's energy to come through and give information about her prior to your mom. That probably means that you have more resistance to your mother's passing. And either were closer to her or had unfinished business with her as well. Okay. But she's showing me the motherly energy that comes through is showing me that she was overweight at some point in her life. At least that's how she's coming through to me right now. And that she was actually self-conscious of that, self-conscious about that as well. Let's see here. I'm going to close this door. Whoops, Billy? Come here. I'm on a reading, honey. You got to stop. Come on. Sorry, guys. That's what happens when you have a lot of critters. So I'm asking her if she could share about her passing. It also looks, Georgina, like she might have, she's drawing my attention to her lower abdomen. It looks like she might have had some intestinal or abdomen discomfort or issues as well. And like she might have had some chronic stuff going on that had to do with her intestine. She's showing me that, and she's showing me a whole closet full of clothes. And she's showing me letters. I don't know who it is that likes to bake. And she's showing me baking and cooking. Come here. Come here, honey. You guys have to be quiet. Come here. Come here. I know. You're trying to tell me that Daddy's outside and Billy's barking. I know. You're trying to tell me. I know. I'll be done shortly, okay? Gone way too long today for you guys, huh? You guys are used to my attention. She's showing me cooking. She's showing me baking. And also, Georgina, did your mom have a brother? Do you have an uncle on your mother's side? She's showing me a male energy about her age that is in her energy field as well. Let's see what you're validating over here. Yes to the overweight. Okay. So that's some more evidence and validation for her. She's showing me that there are some things in regards to her passing that she feels like there are some weights and burdens that she feels like you're carrying on your own. And she wants you to know that she does witness that, and she is there supporting you in that, and she can hear you. So you need to be talking to her, Georgina, if you're not already, really talking to her. It's going to help you to process that. It's going to help you to process, and she just wants you to feel that support is there. Because the loneliness that you feel and the things that you would want to talk to her about, Georgina, are like, a lot of it is like about, now it's about her and about her not being there, right? And so you can't talk to her, obviously, about that with her physically being present. So she wants you to keep talking to her because she can hear you, okay? Thank you, Geraldine. This is Jackie. She's old. She's my sweet old girl. Okay. Let's look over here and see if this makes sense. So she's showing me, I believe the hallways that she's showing me might have been the hospital where she either had treatments or where she was prior to her passing, because they are showing me you walking through these halls, and she's showing me this, she's making this lower abdomen area feel uncomfortable and like it was associated with her passing. I'm asking her if this was something sudden or if this was something that was ongoing. There had been a diagnosis that was an illness that she was diagnosed with. She's showing me a process. So she's showing me it was something that was an illness, but that it was found too late. You can just let me know yes or no in the comments with whatever next to it so that I know what she's talking about. She's showing me she passed of an illness that that they were not able to treat and fix. It looks like it's something that is very difficult to treat, and that the prognosis, once it's diagnosed, is not very good. So I'm being shown it was discovered later than it should have been. But the feeling that I get from her is that it probably wouldn't have mattered because it's not really something that usually people survive. And again, this all has to do with this lower abdomen, like below the ribs area. Were you there with her during her passing, Georgina? Because she's showing me you squeezing her hand. I'm going to check. I'm going to look in the comments and see what you're saying now, okay? Thank you guys for your patience. Sorry I'm so thorough. Okay, yes, she was overweight. I see Irene. Okay, I know. Little Jackie is my dog, Geraldine. Okay, here we go. Hi, Angie Thompson. Thompson. Pancreatic cancer. You cook. Yes, she has a brother. Okay, awesome. Okay, so do you guys see why those of you waiting for a reading that are saying, please me, please me, please me, please me, make sure you're listening to these, because Spirit knows you are here. And when I'm doing another reading and not reading for you, you have to be open to receiving, because Spirit knows you're here. And even if I don't get to call on you today because it's getting late, even if I don't get to call on you today, I'm going where Spirit is guiding me. This is why I would have no way of knowing this. So, Georgina, your mom was showing me the cooking and showing me her brother. She's showing me a young gentleman, a gentleman about her age with the brother energy and saying it's her brother. And so I'm saying to you, okay, does your mother have a brother? How would I know that? I don't know you. I didn't know you were going to be on this reading. I don't know. Right? That is evidence they are there. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm a good reader or not. It has everything to do with they are coming through for you. This is why I take so long to do these, guys. So if I'm taking this long for someone else, that means maybe I won't take as long for you. I hope I don't take as long for you. But what it means is Spirit's getting the chance to come through. Okay. And I wish to God I did it more quickly, but it's a process. Okay. So the lower abdomen areas and the ongoing illness, pancreatic cancer, that is also evidential, because what she was showing me was it being something that once it's diagnosed, it usually is diagnosed later, and it's very hard to cure pancreatic cancer. And that's what she showed me, was what she was diagnosed with was very hard to cure. It's not really something most people survive. So may that be evidence to you, because this is the most important thing. The evidence is that your mom is really there and it really is her. And your grandmother also came through. So you've got loads of evidence today. Okay. Evidential mediumship, guys. It takes work. It takes our energy, and it's important. Okay. It's important. Okay. Angie Thompson, I see you. Okay. So Georgina, yes. Keep talking. Keep doing it. That's very, very important. Is that amazing validation, Geraldine? It's amazing. Okay. So Georgina, I'm going to send your mom and your grandmothers with you. Keep talking to them, and she will come through stronger for you now that we've had this reading. Okay. If you guys like this, don't forget to like and follow my psychic medium page, like the live so people can see it. And don't forget to join my school, guys, because the first 200 people get to join for free. And I have my calendar of all my readings and everything on there. Okay. Okay. I'm also gonna, guys, I also am gonna let you know I'm going to be posting. I'm going to do an extra live this week. Probably on Sunday. I'm going to do an extra live. I may do it Saturday, but this weekend I'm going to do an extra live because there are about 20 people on here asking me for readings today. And I know for a fact there's no way I can get to everyone's readings, because I do have to go see my dad at the hospital today. I have to take care of my parents' cats. There's no way I can get to everyone today. So if you join my school and like and follow my psychic medium page, I'm going to post an extra reading day just specifically to get to people. Like, I have so many people that want and need readings that are really important. Geraldine wants a reading today. Irene wants a reading today. Carla wants a reading today, and they need them. You guys need these. Sharon Lewis needs a reading today. Virginia, there's so many people that need readings today, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get to everyone. Okay. So, join my school and my psychic medium page. Friday is Furball Friday. I will schedule an extra reading for Saturday or Sunday so I can get to those of you I did not get to. And I will try to get into the comments today and at least give you guys some comfort. Okay. Thank you for joining me for 2.5 hours. I have got to go. I'm getting shaky. I have to eat, and I have to go to get in the hospital and see my dad. But I will see you all soon. Okay. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. We will get to the rest of you. Have a great afternoon, morning, or evening. Thanks, guys.